everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So today I was watching the Royal Grift channel. I highly recommend. She does excellent research, and she did a video about Harry's lawsuit that he's in court today with his security. And apparently, what she pointed out that Harry may be cleverly trying to do here is that he may be looking to retain or get IPP status, which would mean that um, the government of the UK and the government of the United States, or the United States taxpayers, would pay for him and Meghan's security. So I don't know much about IPP status, how it works. You can watch her video. She explains it very well. But it did bring to mind the fact that, remember back in 2020, in fact, it's exactly 3 years ago this month, March of 2020, when Donald Trump tweeted that the U.S. would not pay for Harry and Meghan's security. So it seemed to come out of the blue. Obviously, Harry and Meghan's team or whatever, or Harry and Meghan themselves, asked the U.S. government or Trump directly. I don't know their connections. Harry calls these people directly, but he must have contacted the Trump administration requesting that we, the taxpayer, pay for their security, and to out them, because obviously they did it privately. He tweeted it out, his response, to out them and to alert people as to what they were up to. Right? So it was right after Harry and Meghan moved from Canada to California. Trump wrote, "I am a great friend and admirer of the Queen and the United Kingdom. It was reported that Harry and Meghan, who left the kingdom, would reside permanently in Canada. Now they've left Canada for the U.S. However, the U.S. will not pay for their security protection. They must pay." Said following the tweet, a spokesman, which was no doubt Scooby-Dooby-Doo, which is actually Harry and Meghan behind his Twitter account, said the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have no plans to ask the U.S. government for security resources. Now, this is interesting, not only that Trump came out and outed them like he did, because we all know Trump didn't just tweet that out of thin air. It's not like he had nothing better to do that day. He just felt like tweeting about Harry and Meghan. They asked him to pay for their security. And then as soon as Trump says, no, we're not going to pay, U.S. taxpayers not paying for your security, Harry and Meghan respond with, we had no plans to ask. What are you talking about, Trump? We have no, what are you, I mean, Harry and Meghan are the biggest liars on the planet. They're just firmly established, documented, that we don't need to go into all the lies they've told. And Harry pulls the exact same lie with his court appearance today, where he sued the UK paper because the UK paper outed him as wanting met security, but not offering to pay for it. And then when they wrote that, I think it was the Royal Grift explains this with her video. But as soon as the reporter came out, I think it was Daily Mail, and said Harry did not offer to pay. In other words, he wanted the UK taxpayers to pay for his security. That he didn't deserve anymore because he's not a working royal. Harry came back and said, I offered to pay. And they had Scooby-Dooby-Doo come out and say, Harry offered to pay. So they publicized that out with their PR. So this is a repeated theme with Harry and Meghan. They want the taxpayers to pay for their security. And then when they're confronted by, or they're outed for that by a reporter or by the president of the United States at the time, they come back and say, "What? What are you? We never asked for that. We always were going to pay." But it's obvious they're lying. And this is a repeated, big, deep secret of Harry and Meghan. I think one of many secretive, manipulative, cunning, and greedy, that they believe we should be paying for their security. After Harry comes out with a book and Netflix and Oprah and every other interview, and he brags about killing 25 Taliban, inciting the Taliban, and now he wants us to pay for his security. That's what's going on. That's what the Royal Grift believes is behind, and I believe it too, because this is a repeated theme with Harry and Meghan. that they want taxpayers, the little people, you peasants, to pay for their security. I think that's what's going on for sure. It's all pointing in that direction. And talk about evil, Harry, you evil little crap. And we need to. And the Royal Grift gives information to complain to the UK embassy. Excuse me. But I also want to know, as somebody else pointed out, a commenter on Lady C, that there's a stipulation that you cannot retain your American citizenship and at the same time hold a foreign title, right? So this person asked, well, what is Meghan should have lost her American citizenship because she uses a title, and her two children just got titles, right? So that would mean that, I mean, I think Archie is a UK citizen. He was born in the UK, but Lilibet Diana, offensively named Lilibet Diana, uh, if she is given a title, then she should lose her American citizenship, is what my understanding of the laws are there. But that needs to be addressed as well. So there's a couple of reasons. And on top of that, so they're not even American citizens, and yet they want, and on top of that, they want us to pay for their security. So Harry is coming across very evil and devious. I think he thinks he's way cleverer than he really is, and of course Meghan is helping him all along the way. So is that what's really going on here? Is Harry really suing to get that IPP status in order to get Biden? And you know how treacherous and traitorous Biden is. You know, he'll pay in a second. He loves giving money to foreigners. I mean, look how many trillions he's given to the UK. I mean, excuse me, the Ukraine. UK, Ukraine. But yeah, Biden will just throw money everywhere. He just loves spending our tax money on foreigners. You know that. So no wonder that he's trying again with Meghan. I wouldn't doubt that Biden's paying already. Wouldn't surprise me. But anyways, let's take a look at this. Is this what Harry's really trying to do? Is he trying to get the U.S. taxpayers again? Is he trying again a second time to get U.S. taxpayers and UK taxpayers, not only who are paying for his court battles here with all the money the courts are spending with these vexatious litigations of Harry, but is he trying to get the U.S. taxpayers to pay for his and Meghan and their children's security? And just real quick, the update today. So today is Friday. I'm recording this. So he just went to court today, and the title of the article is UK's Prince Harry's libel case against publisher, quote, built on sand, London court told. So Prince Harry's libel claim over an article about his security arrangements is built on sand. Lawyers for publisher Associated Newspapers told a London court on Friday as it fought the British royals' bid to win the case without going to trial. Yeah, Harry wanted to just win this case without a trial. He's unbelievable, his arrogance and he just thinks he's so superior to us that we should pay for his security and buy his book and pay for watching. He wants us to pay $30 to watch him on a Zoom call, not be able to comment, not interact, just watch. I mean, is there anybody more delusional than this man? He honestly thinks that he is so vastly superior to us. I mean, I hope he ends up homeless. I mean, if anybody deserves it, it's him and Meghan. So they're just getting some reality check here. Okay, maybe not homeless, but at least broke. Hope they end up living in a trailer or something. They really deserve. Harry needs a slap down. I'm sorry, he does. All right, Harry, King Charles's younger son, sued the Associated newspaper last year over an article in its Mail on Sunday newspaper that alleged he offered to pay for police protection only after bringing a separate legal fight against the Britain's government. I mean, look at him. He's suing his own government. His the Queen's government, right? Or the King's government now. I mean, this is how arrogant he is. He just thinks he's above everyone. He really does. I think he probably thinks he's above him and Meghan, of course. Him and Meghan together, they're a team. So they think they're above all world leaders, all governments, all people. I mean, they are so flying high on themselves. The article accused Harry, 38, of attempting to mislead the public, which he did, about his legal fight with the government over his publicly funded protection, which was withdrawn after he stepped back from royal duties in 2020. So they've been fighting for it ever since. That's why they wanted half in, half out, because they wanted the public to pay for their security. London's High Court ruled in July that the Mail report was defamatory, paving the way for Harry to take the case forward against one of Britain's biggest media publishers. Harry's lawyers told Judge Matthew Nicklin on Friday, today, that Harry first offered to pay for police protection at a crisis meeting with the late Queen, his father, and brother Prince William at the Royal Sandringham Estate in January 2020. Yeah, that's no. He offered it like years earlier, but not when he asked for protection again, tried to sue. Justin Rushbrook said Associated Newspapers had no factual basis for its defense and asked the court to rule in Harry's favor without the need for trial. However, Associated Newspapers lawyer Andrew Caldecott said it has strong argument of an honest opinion and that Harry's bid to win the case without a trial was, quote, totally without merit. Caldecott said a statement issued by Harry's representatives in January 2022, a month before the article at the center of the lawsuit, falsely claimed the government had refused Harry's offer to pay for police protection. He also said Harry had admitted that he did not offer to pay in correspondence with the British government before starting legal action, adding, quote, this whole case is built on sand. A ruling on Harry's application to win the case without a trial is expected at a later date. Okay, so we're not going to find out for a while. The case is one of several brought in recent years by Harry and his American wife against the tabloid press, having cited media intrusion, blah, 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 lies, lies, lies. Later this month, there is due to be a hearing in another case Harry has brought with others against the Associated Newspapers, which will try to throw out allegations of phone tapping and other privacy breaches. Ah, yeah, so that's the phone tapping one. Well, let's take a look at this. Is Harry really expecting U.S. taxpayers to, Harry and Meghan, expecting U.S. taxpayers to pay for his security, as well as everything else for him? I mean, honest to goodness, he is really, we got to get rid of him. We gotta get him out of the country. He's gonna go. Him and Meghan and their two imaginary children. They're gonna go. They're gonna go somewhere else. Maybe they should move to Africa or something. Sorry, Africa, but we're not dealing with them anymore. Maybe you can straighten them out. So yes, no questions are difficult. You know, you can't really get yes, no. I'll use the little prince for the little prince that we're dealing with. The little pathetic, idiotic, drugged out, drug addled, psychotic, neurotic, cuckolded prince. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah, see? Secrets here. He has a lot of secrets. He's very secretive. Him and Meghan are very sneaky and secretive, and they've been that way. And I was thinking about it one time. It just crossed my mind how they're always claiming, oh, the paparazzi are following us. They're everywhere. They're following us. And they remember when they sued the paparazzi, I forget which one it was in California, and put them out of business. Remember? I can't remember the name now, but they put up right in the beginning when they first moved to California. They put a paparazzi company out of business, so nobody's been following them. There have been no spontaneous pictures of Harry and Meghan at all. They have not been papped anywhere, right? Of course, all throughout COVID, there's like not much going on, but even now, you never see pap pictures of them except when Meghan calls back. That's the only time. So she calls the paps. But isn't that a great way for them to get privacy? Because now nobody dares to bother them because they know they'll be sued by Harry and Meghan, right? So now Harry and Meghan are doing all kinds of things secretively, no doubt. And Harry is super paranoid about his privacy and security. And yet, nobody really cares about them. And yet they're still, and yet I can't believe he wants his privacy. He wants to live like a regular person, but he wants us to pay for his security. After he comes out very publicly with a book internationally and interviews and podcasts bragging about killing Taliban, and then he wants us to pay for his security. Really? And he wants his privacy. We want privacy. Down with the monarchy. Like South Park. South Park really nailed them. I hope they do more on them. Anyways, making fun of them because unbelievable. They are such criminals. Harry and Meghan are criminal minded. This is the way criminals think, always. They're always conniving and thinking of ways to steal your money. It's all they're about. How do I get my money? They should move to the Ukraine. They'll get some money over there. Zelensky's doing really well. Maybe Harry and Meghan could work for him. I think the Ukraine needs a royal family. Harry and Meghan, go. Ukraine, bye. I think the U.S. taxpayer will be happy to fund a one-way ticket economy for you to go there. No private jets, though. Yeah, they put private jets everywhere too because they need their privacy. As Harry and Meghan, Harry here, is he trying to get security paid for here? Ooh, Ace of Swords reverse. I think it's not going to happen. Well, he's trying to. You can see the swords going through the crown there. So he's doing this to attack the royal family as well to make him look bad. He's being a clever little fox, secretive fox here, very secretive, reversed. Of course, and he wants money, money, money. Give me the money. Yeah, so he's thinking that everybody should just give him money. He's just dreaming of money there. So he does want money for security, and he also, at the same time, he's doing two things with this court case and the way he's going after his government, suing his government. He's attacking the royal family and embarrassing the royal family and his father, and he's being a very sneaky fox here with Meghan and getting money for his security here. Yeah, so being very clever and how he's doing it. But like I said, Trump outed them big time and immediately noticed, and because there was so much propagandized hatred by the globalists who also hated Trump and still hate Trump, and with the mainstream lying media, which everybody knows now, just lies and lies and lies. Well, they lied about Trump a hell of a lot too, not only COVID, right? So they had that program. So then when Harry and Meghan lied and said, "Oh, we never asked for security funds. We never asked," well, we all know they did because they're asking again now. They're asking. Harry's right now in court trying to get publicly funded because he's demanding this Met police security, and you can't pay for Met, like the Royal Grift pointed out. You can't pay for Royal Met security. It's only taxpayer funded. So he wants the UK taxpayer to pay for him his security when he visits there, right? Which he obviously is during the coronation and whatnot. And then he wants the US government, if he gets IPP status, have the US government pay for him and Meghan in California. Unbelievable. So it does look like he is trying for that. I hope he doesn't win. I hope the judge can see through this trickery and nastiness of what he's trying to accomplish here with his lies. I mean, he just lies and lies and lies. Let's see. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get, I mean, like I said, Biden loves giving money to foreigners. So let's see. Is Harry going to get the security? He might get it from Biden. Oh my. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles and ooh, what's this? I'm getting temperance reversed. So I'm seeing that according to this, like I said, yes, no is difficult. I mean, Harry could very well pay for his own damn security. We know that, right? He's got plenty of money, but it looks like he's not finding anybody willing to give him money here. Temperance reversed. Because he's too drama. There's too much drama here, and he's being too over dramatic, and he's too much in the media, and he's too much upsetting people with all the, like I said, the Netflix and the interviews and the book and the this and the that and the Oprah. So I think that, he's basically, Harry and Meghan are threatening people and governments, basically assuming the government there, with his temper tantrums. Like, you better do what I say or I'm going to go on Oprah. Right? Because that's what he's doing to the royal family, right? You better give us what we want or I'm going to write a book. So Harry threatens to have a temper tantrum in the media if he doesn't get what he wants, right? So, but I'm getting that with the security, it doesn't look like he's going to get it. I'm going to say nobody wants to give him any. He's too much trying to threaten people with his PR, Meghan and Harry with their weaponized PR and their Sussex squad, and they're ripping down Twitter and YouTube accounts. Oh, here we go. Queen of Wands is behind it. Meghan, of course, as usual, is behind everything. She's far-reaching, watching everything with that telescope of hers. She's keeping close tabs, texting Harry every 2 seconds. So she's definitely the main impetus behind this. We all know Harry was not so litigious before he met Meghan. Now suddenly he's suing everything that moves around him. If you cross him on the little crosswalk, he'll sue you now, right? I mean, he's out of control with the suing. And oh, look at that, Three of Wands. Three of Wands. This is his work now, being a media phony, baloney, and liar, and making a scene with Meghan. This is their job. This is how they're trying to create their empire. But they are so cheap, they don't want to pay for their security. How cheap can you be? I'm wondering, is it cheapness? Is it they're really struggling for money, which we know they're not? Or is it because they're so arrogant, they just think, we just deserve it because we're just so special and perfect and wonderful. I mean, they are very narcissistic and drugged up. So it might be that as well. So why do Harry and Meghan want taxpayers to pay for their security? Why do they think that the average person who's far beyond them and above them in every way, intellectually, talentedly, everybody is far superior to them, pretty much, and most of the world is far, far superior to them. But yeah, so why do these two drug addicts think we should? Death. Death. Always talking about that. I think Meghan has got Harry so obsessed with death and being killed, and um, they have a death wish. They do. They want to be killed. I think that they really they're paranoid. We know Harry's paranoid, and we know Meghan feeds into that paranoia. So Meghan is touching Harry's, she's let the genie out of the bottle, right? Like Lady C said, she's got Harry all crazy and stirred up and worked up. She's got Harry all worked up here, raking in the money. Of course, Meghan wants the money, but this is part of Meghan's control mechanism of Harry. Harry, do something. We need security, or I'm going to end up like your mother, right? So she's got Harry worked up that Meghan and the kids are going to die like his mother. And of course, Harry is also paranoid himself that everyone's following him and whatnot. Yeah, and this is part of their whole shtick, their narrative, that they're so endangered by those paparazzi that no one ever sees because they don't exist. It's all only in their imagination because there are no paparazzi following them anywhere ever, except for when Meghan calls them, because it's not 1996 anymore, and and Meghan's put all the paparazzi out of business, and the fake pandemic put everybody else out of business, right? Except for the globalists. So it's not happening anymore. It's a totally different environment now. So it's like laughable they even try, but it's not funny because they're trying to get free taxpayer security from it. This delusion that they have. So let me ask again. I don't think that he's going to get it, but let me see. Is he really going to get the U.S. taxpayers to pay for this? Let's see. I hope not. He better not, but I don't trust Biden for a second. Queen of Swords, going to court, arguing in court, Queen of Cups reverse, right? The Princess Diana delusion going on, trying to be all emotional about it. But Meghan and the children, they're going to end up like Princess Diana. No. And then Four of Wands reverse. Oh, no, excuse me, Eight of Wands reverse. Oh, look at that, Eight of Wands reverse. I'm going to go with a no. This is an interesting Eight of Wands. You have people dressed in costumes from all over the world, basically. So it's sort of like the world united in one light here. And I think that what I get from this is that I get it reversed, so stopping, not happening. So Harry and Meghan want IPP, which is internationally protected person status, which would be a worldwide thing, which means wherever they went in the world, they would get this paid for protection by taxpayer money. So it's not just the US and UK, it's wherever they go, the taxpayers would pay. And in Canada, don't forget, Canadians paid, what was it, 30,000 or was it 300,000? When Harry and Meghan were staying in Canada, the Canadian taxpayers paid for their security. Remember that? So Trudeau loves throwing money at them, and Trudeau threw another, I think, at least 3 million or 12 million for Harry's next Invictus Games. So all these governments are just throwing money at Harry and Meghan. All the woke World Economic Forum, global predator globalists. So Harry and Meghan are definitely in with the globalists, right? Besides the fact that they hang out with Bill Gates and everything else, and George Soros, so the Aspen Institute, that Harry works with misinformation as Harry lies everywhere. But anyways, what I'm getting back to is the whole world is saying no. The whole world hates Harry and Meghan. Nobody wants to pay for security. So I'm going to go with a no. I hope I'm right in this one. Like I said, yes, no, it's difficult. But Harry and Meghan are such criminals. They're so evil. and they're always got their hands in your pocket, always trying to get money from you. Gimme, 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 right? They are so greedy and disgusting and despicable and low down liars, criminals, psychopaths, narcissists, whatever, dark triads. They are the worst of the worst, and they are nasty. I just wish they got to go disappear somewhere. They have to go. They have to leave the country. And again, we got to look into their citizenship, because you're not supposed to be an American citizen and have a title. You can't be both, is what I've heard. And on top of this, so I complain about this and that. We got a couple of things to follow up on. Well, anyway, so that is what I have for you today. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Till next time, take care. Bye bye. Have a nice day.